In a market flooded by good concealed carry products, the one thing you need to have as an absolute must is a good, sturdy gun belt. Today, we're going to look at what belts I've used and my thoughts on all of those. So, let's get into it.
Welcome to Manny Things. I'm your host, Manny. Let's get ready to get out and do the things.
Welcome back to another episode of Manny Things, everyone. I greatly appreciate you checking out in the video, so please, thank you. Thank you again. So today, like I said, we're going to be talking about EDC carry belts that I've used personally and which ones I've recommended and the path I've gone down on these belts. So this order happens to be in the order that I got them in. So first off, everyone tries to use the Walmart belt. Before I started concealed carrying, I didn't really wear a belt. That wasn't an issue for me about my pants staying up. So I didn't really need to really worry about wearing a belt. But when I got into concealed carry, the belt definitely became a must because you can't conceal very well without a good belt. So the first belt I really got into when I started concealed carrying in was a good, delicious smelling leather belt. This belt is a bull hide belt. It's called a bull belt. I think Daltech makes this belt, or does now. It's a fantastic leather belt. Very rigid. I mean, you can't crush it this way, but I mean, it flexes like leather all should be. Nice buckle, bunch of holes. But the problem with these belts is, one, depending on your mode of carry, it makes it easier or more difficult to conceal different positions or different kinds of firearms. This one only has about 7 holes on the belt, so it's not really super adjustable. It's kind of whatever size fits you. This happens to be a 36 size belt. It's a phenomenal gun belt. I still kind of use this every once in a while for certain outfits and decor, but wherever I'm going. So it's not a terrible belt. I still keep it. I haven't gotten rid of it. There's one belt that I'm not going to mention, but I bought it and it was garbage, so I sold it right away. So that was that. And that was, I think, right after this belt. I'm not going to name any names. So this was a nice, okay belt. You can find these on Amazon. Actually, my local shoe repair guy actually carried these belts. I bought that from him locally, which it's a phenomenal belt. Just kind of didn't fit appendix carry very well, but all in all, if you're carrying strong side or outside the waistband, this would be a phenomenal belt. No complaints here with the Daltech bull belt. The next belt I went with, because the bull belt was not very adjustable and very good for fine-tuning sizing. You know about fitting a gun into your pants. You need a little extra room here and there, and sometimes you get fat and you want a little breathing room. So I found this belt. This is actually my second belt from them. This is a Core EDC Essentials Trackline belt. This is actually a gun belt. The first one I bought by mistake was an Amazon dress belt. Those won't work for concealed carry guys. It was black, but this one's brown. So this has that nice plastic core inside the leather or pleather exterior with the nice ratcheting system on this belt. If I can figure out how to make it work. But yes, we take this and it has that track line in there, super kind of adjustable to micro adjustments, no big deal. You go in there and ratchet it down so you can have it as loose or as tight as you want. My only complaints about this belt is it really didn't have a belt keeper for the tab. And the nice thing is it was rigid enough and thin, but again, this didn't really work for outside the waistband carry for me for as much because it kind of gave a little bit. You can flex it, you can crush it just a little bit. I mean, it's still very nice, good gun belt, but eventually this wasn't good enough for me, and this only fits good applications like I'm in dress clothes, so because it really doesn't fit into my regular everyday attire. I wear tactical pants and t-shirts all the time, so I'm not super tactical. I don't wear the ball cap which says operator or anything, but I enjoy tactical pants / med pants. So anyway, there's that, guys. There's this Core Essentials belt. Not a bad belt for the price you pay. If I can find links for everything, guys, they'll be down below. No big deal. But the Trackline belt's not bad. It's got good adjustability for the most part. If you buy it and you have to cut it down to size to fit you, so you're not having to be stuck with a belt. And then if you decide you need it a little bit longer, you can leave it long and then shrink it up as you need. So that's kind of the cool thing about the Core Essentials Trackline belt. I'd pass on it, but it's not a bad offering if you like that kind of stuff. They make some that are tactical webbing now with different types of buckles. So it's totally, you can pick your style on. The next belt I went with is, I think, the most expensive belt I own. But I'm not going to be complaining about that. It's actually not true anymore. It's the most expensive EDC belt I own. I have a competition belt coming that's more expensive than this belt. And this belt is the Aries Gear Aegis Enhanced Belt. This belt is a phenomenal belt, guys. This thing I've worn for over 2 years straight. It's got this cool old clasp that, it's got the slider to lock the belt in place. You just tighten it up, and it's super rigid and sturdy. I can't wear it. This is the belt you keep on your pants, and it looks like someone's still wearing your pants when you take it off. I don't mind that. This belt is very rigid. It holds a lot of weight. It holds your gun in place. Sometimes it pokes you on the side or is a little tight for you, but it's a phenomenal belt, guys. I mean, I first heard about these belts, I think, from Steve Fisher of Sentinel Concepts, and he recommended this belt to me, and it's like, I'm not complaining. This belt is phenomenal. It's a webbing belt. You can get this in leather from Mean Gene Leather with the same clasp. It's phenomenal. I have had to replace the belt keeper a couple times. They send you two with the belt when it comes, but I had the wife, we got a sewing machine at home, so I had her made me a new clasp. No big deal, so it holds the tail. The belt shows its age, but this thing will last me 4 or 5 more years. I love this belt. I wear it almost every day. Not anymore, since I'm wearing a new belt I'm testing out that I got from a buddy, which I'll show you in a minute. But this belt is a phenomenal belt for like over $100, guys. Like 140, 120 bucks. It's very good. Some people would say it's not very good for AIWB, but it's very good for like outside the waistband carry. It's a super stiff belt, so you could totally. Obviously, this could be a great IDPA belt for me if I decided to shoot IDPA, because I could wear this belt, attach a holster and some mag pouches, and put a vest on. So there's that. The Aries Gear Aegis Enhanced belt, one of my top picks. The last belt we're going to talk about today, guys, is a belt that I recently got from my buddy Justin. He was getting rid of some gear, and I was like, well, I'll try it out. So we'll look at it. This belt happens to be the Blue Alpha Gear Hybrid EDC belt. This one happens to be marketed and logoed with the Warrior Poet Society John Lovell's company's logo in it on the inside, so it's a collab belt with them. Luckily enough, Justin is similarly waisted like I am. This is a 34 size belt. The cool thing about this is it's got the 1-inch female Cobra buckle side with the regular male side on the other side, and you can adjust it with the strap. You can pull this Velcro up, adjust the Cobra buckle inside, and then secure it down to the right amount of thickness, length you need. The nice thing is you can web this through your pants without having to readjust the male end all the time. So that's really cool. You get a nice sturdy belt. It's a double layer webbing belt like the Aries Gear belt, just not as thick. It's got a little bit more flex, so it's a little more comfortable. I've been testing it out. Like it so far. It does well with concealing my gun and holding all my gear. So there is that. Like I said, this one retails for maybe 70-ish bucks on their website, but I got it from a buddy used, so just testing it out. Right now in my stable of belts, guys, I'd recommend this belt and the Aries Gear belt. I wouldn't recommend the Bull belt or the Core Essentials belt, just because these I think are a little bit better. A little more tactical looking, yes, but I think if you want good quality, you're gonna have to kind of look towards that stuff. And this one doesn't make your pants look like they're still wearing them when this is left in your belt loop. So that's another cool bonus for you guys who care about if your pants look like they're still being worn. But anyways, there's some belt recommendations for you guys. So remember, until next time, get out and do the things, and I'll see you next time.
Thank you for checking out another video of Manny Things. I greatly appreciate you checking out these videos. Like again, guys, don't forget, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Tell your friends about us. Leave a comment down below for me, guys. We can have a conversation. Don't forget, everyone's welcome here, and everyone loves corgis. Well, at least so I hope.